Well, amazing stories of survival are coming to light out of the Lockyer Valley as some floodwaters recede. ABC reporter Paul Lockyer is in the small town of Grantham and he spoke to residents about their harrowing ordeal and filed this report.
This is normally the little sandy creek that runs through Grantham. But as you can see now, it's still a massive body of water, but nothing like what it was yesterday. Through here came a torrent up to 7 metres deep, a torrent that couldn't be stopped, not by Grantham or by any community around here. And what it has left here is a trail of destruction that is more like a cyclone or a typhoon hit this town. And with me now are a couple of the survivors. And first, Linda Weston, what did you see? What did you experience? Terrified.
Just houses exploding, houses floating past with people in it. Massive big boats, big shipping containers. The debris was just too much. And to see people screaming out on roofs to get help, it's just been horrible. I wouldn't ask for anyone to go through this. This is so bad. This is terrible. It's just not good. And then people got saved off their roofs and just the debris. You could build another house, all the debris under my house. It's just the house across from my house is washed off the stumps up against trees. You know, their animals died, couldn't save them, you know. It's just too much. And God, we're going to need so much help to get this place cleaned up because it's a really great community and a lot of good people. And I'm just glad a lot of us are safe. And it's just scary and hard.
But they still don't know how many people might be in some of these houses.
There could be people in houses. There's people in cars. There's going to be a lot of people missing and they're not going to find no one until this water goes down. And now the water's up again now. It's probably I've looked down the back there from the school and it's probably running, I think on the second step where I can see, and that's 14 steps high, which is nearly 7.5 feet high. So then if it goes under there, it's going to go higher than 74 floods.
Well, it's still raining, nothing like what it was yesterday, but what was it like that moment that the torrent hit this town?
I came back from town within 5 minutes of bringing my car up to the railway yard, and 5 minutes to get back to my house, the water was down up to my waist. And then that was it. I had to get upstairs and that was it. You couldn't save nothing else. Tied the trailer to the house, it didn't float away. But you couldn't do nothing else, and just keep yelling out to friends who are on other houses to see if they're okay. That's the communication everybody had, just yelling out from one house to the other to see who was okay, who needed help. That's all you could do.
And cars just floating past?
Cars, boats worth $70,000, $100,000, shipping containers. It is amazing.
And a big concrete tank that took the pub right out?
Wiped it out. There's no cold beer anymore.
Thank you, Linda, and across to Rob Wilkin. I think, Rob, that you had a massive story to tell when you were... What happened to your house?
Well, yeah, it just got swept off its stumps and it's about 300 metres down the road now, so... and everything with it.
Well, tell us about the strength and the volume of that water, the torrent that hit here.
Well, when I first heard about it, I seen it coming across the farms at about a 5-foot wall of water, and I managed to tell a couple of people and get them in my ute and drop them at the railway line. And as we went to get up on top of the railway line, it trapped me there, and so I ended up in my boat and released it, and we started floating, and I saved about 4 people, and I couldn't get anyone else, and we ended up getting to the railway line before the boat motor stopped, and yeah, and just watched everyone else float by screaming out for help and not being able to help them. So.
And you and your brother were saying as you were going down the railway line, you could hear people in the houses screaming for help?
Yeah, you could hear them, and you could see them floating past on top of their cars and hanging into trees, and you couldn't do nothing, you know, trying to run up the railway line with your kids and somebody else's kids, and water's lapping at your feet and chasing you up the railway line, you know, and not knowing whether you're going to get the high ground before it swamps you.
Well, it's relatively calm now, but can you describe what that torrent was like when it came through here? How do you describe it?
I don't know. I don't think there's words for it. It just hit like it rose 20 feet in under 2 minutes. Like it just, 1 minute there's nothing, you stand there, next minute it's up above the railway line chasing you, you know. And I had 7 minutes to try and get me kids to the railway line and a couple other people. It was just, yeah, unbelievable.
What's the sense in this community now? What are people feeling after this dreadful tragedy?
Despair.
Yeah, despair and, yeah, just words can't describe any of it. unfortunately.
And Linda, from your part, I mean, when you think about what's happened to this community, how do you describe what this community is going through now?
This is a strong community, it really is, and a lot of people will support each other like they're doing now, but we're just going to need more help for cleaning up, and, you know, that's basically what it's going to be all about. And if everyone stays strong like what's happening now, we'll be fine. Just a bit extra help will go a long way.
But still, the rain keeps coming.
We can't stop it. We had no rain 2 years ago. It was that dry we had dust. Now we've got too much rain. What do? It's feast or famine. So got to be strong and just keep going. That's Australian way.
Linda Weston, Robert Wilkin, thanks for talking to 7:30 Report.
Thank you.
Thank you.